what was your thoughts on the performance today?
Look, it was a shocking start to concede so early, but for the rest of the first half we didn't create enough, but we were still in the game. When you're on the back foot as early as we were, you're up against it, especially when you come to a place like Northampton. So we had to quickly put that to one side and somehow try and get a foothold back in the game, and I felt we did that for the rest of the first half. I'm really disappointed with the second half performance. That was a limp performance, lack of, I don't want to say effort, but lack of know-how, a little bit of endeavour and a little bit of sharpness and brightness in our game, and we were second best throughout that second half. And as much as I'm disappointed with the first goal, I'm embarrassed with the second goal.
How disappointing is that then, the second half performance for you as a manager, and what you said in terms of obviously disappointed to concede the first goal, but you seem more annoyed about the second half performance?
Because as poor as we were in that second half, we were still in the game. We're still in the game. It's one goal. It only takes one moment, and it might not have looked like we had that moment in us today, but 96 minutes is a long time, and there was just a long time left in that football game, and that was just too weak and mentally weak from our point of view in terms of that second goal. And both goals had a big effect on that, and probably showed or highlighted our lack of real desire to go a little bit further than we needed to in terms of that performance.
The first, you spoke in the lead up to the game about the starting the game well, and obviously
well, that went out the window, didn't it?
Went out the window.
Yeah, look, you can say it's a good finish from the lad, but it's poor defending from us. I'd love to see our forwards get a chance like that so early on in the game. And is it uncharacteristic? We've not kept a clean sheet in 7 or possibly 8 games now, so that defence needs to tighten up, goalkeeper included, and that mentality to start a game for the absolute basics. People can score goals against us, but I just felt that was too easy. It could have gone one or two ways after that, but actually we got back in the game and we started to control a bit of the ball for the rest of that first half without hurting the opposition. But second half, that is such a, like I use the word limp, they came out on top second half.
Seemed to lack a bit of rhythm as well second half.
Rhythm, look, we can make excuses. Pitch wasn't easy, we didn't move the ball well enough, but if you don't move the ball well, I can accept that. If you really run and work hard, I think the only player who showed that they really ran, was Jaden Richardson when he came on. He just injected a little bit of life and through his running. So I can accept us being poor on the ball at times, because we're certainly not a finished article or a perfect team, and when it's away from home and at a difficult pitch, games are going to be like that. But then just do something in your game to be effective, and I just felt to a man Northampton were more willing to do that than us today.
And then you get into sort of like maybe the last 10 minutes and it's still 1-0 and the home side gets nervous, but didn't get that opportunity.
Didn't have the chance. Didn't have a chance. Such a poor penalty. But such poor. That's weak. That's unbelievably weak in all aspects of the game. And in fairness, they probably could have had another penalty on the back of that. A little bit of going deep and going backwards, and I've spoke before about old habits in this team. I keep driving it as best I possibly can. My frustration in that second half, I didn't see real personality. I've got no problem with losing games, I really haven't. But you lose with a personality and a purpose, which said you give it absolutely everything. And there's different ways to give it everything, there really is. And being effective on a football pitch is so important.
Because in terms, when you look back to our last game, we lost with personality, didn't we, in the Leasing.com trophy?
Yeah, but it's such a difficult thing where you can do all aspects of football, and to be fair, today we weren't great on the ball one little bit. So can we have something like that? And that's why Jaden Richardson is such an example of that today. And he was only on the pitch for 10-15 minutes, possibly a little bit more. He just ran more than their wing back, and all of a sudden he got a little bit of joy. He got fouled a couple of times and affected the game. Like I said before, I can look into those players' eyes and say how many people came out on top of those battles today.
And presumably now going ahead to Crawley, you're looking for a sponsor?
Look, we've lost the game, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. My biggest gripe is the manner of that second half performance. The start of the game I wasn't happy with, but then the manner of that second half performance. And players have to understand what it takes to be successful. And if we're not playing well, you stay in the game for as long as you possibly can, and somehow give yourself a chance of still being in it at 95 minutes. We didn't do that today.
Thank you, Matt.